1962 Impala Restoration, Part 14. Outer wheel wells, upper trunk, lower trunk, inner quarters. Now this is where we left off on the last video. Complete floor pan is installed, inner and outer rockers, inner wheel wells. And there's a shot of the left hand. The right. And now this is the important part before we go any further. We want to ensure that the gap is parallel between the door and the rocker. Now I had preset these doors before I had cut the other rockers off, so I know they're right. Here's a shot of the driver's side. And this is what we're going to be doing. So first up, we're going to be fitting the right hand outer wheel well. And we're going to have to do a little trimming. We're going to use the air nibbler to make short work of this. You've got to do it over a trash can or outside, because this thing will leave really, really nasty little hook-shaped shards. Okay, we're going to get that thing lined up, clamped into place. Now we're going to be drilling holes through this outer wheel well, and we're going to be plug welding from the bottom side onto these mating surfaces. So we want to mark them out so we know where to drill. Now I'm going to set this thing up. I always like to use the resistance welder anywhere I can to really mimic the factory welds. So we're going to be setting that up right now. Now the resistance welder won't work through this EDP coat. So what we're going to do, we've marked these lines, and we're pretty close to there anyway. And we're going to remove a small amount of the EDP coat down to bare steel, and that's what's going to be required for making good continuity with the resistance welder. And we're going to have to do the outsides and the inside mating surfaces. And we're just using a little flap wheel here. And show you the shot of the mating surfaces. And they all need to be lined up correctly. So now I'm going to scup this outer wheel well and apply a little bit of zinc weld. That's a weld through primer. Now the resistance welder won't work through the EDP coat, but it will work through the weld through primer. So that's where we're going to get a little bit of that on there. We don't want to just leave bare steel sandwiched between panels anywhere, because that'll be big problems later. We want to miss that boat. Okay, let's get this thing installed, or mocked into place, I should say. We're not going to be installing anything just yet, not finish welding anyway. We're going to be screwing all of the panels together and checking fitment, because it usually never goes according to plan. So we don't want to finish weld anything just yet. Okay, everything's looking pretty decent so far. Both sides. Okay, upper trunk panel. Here we go. And get that thing set into place. Now lift it up into position. And the way I'm going to set this up is I'm going to punch all of these holes, get all my surfaces prepped. That way, I'm not just mocking this up and then I got to take it apart and then go back and re-prep everything. I could save a bunch of time and steps if I go ahead and do this first. I pretty much know where to punch these holes and where not to. And we're going to get it set into place. Okay, now this is going to be a pretty critical step, getting the correct height. Well, I'm a little bit ahead of myself. What I'm doing now is I'm pushing the front up into the correct position. And then we're going to double check the mounts to the frame height. And these collapsible jack stands there, yeah, they're I couldn't live without those. And we'll get a few screws into that, hold it into place. Everything looks nice and parallel. And there it is. Okay, now this is the critical area or part that I was telling you about. We want to measure because this is going to be, these are the frame mounts themselves. We don't want one lower or higher than the other. And we're measuring off the frame fixture. We've got the same measurement on both sides. Good sign. And now for the lower trunk. Pre-punching our holes. And we're going to get that thing set into place. And I've already preset my jack stands there. Looking good. And so with these jack stands, we can level things out really easily. Sure beats trying to click up a traditional jack stand up and down. Yeah, that's no fun. Now that we've got everything flush and squared and centered and leveled, we put some set screws in there, hold it in place. That's where we're at. Okay, now we're going to get the remnant of the old quarter panel off of the door jamb. And I've already connected that in a previous video to the inner quarter panel. So we're going to address all that right now. And traditionally, the way you do this is you locate all the resistance welds, drill them out. I don't really like to do that if I don't have to. Now, these are the original resistance welds. They would be drilled out, then the pieces would separate. But that leaves a hole in the backside. And you have to punch a hole in the quarter panel lip. So, yeah, sometimes you can get a misalignment. Not good. Don't like it. This is my method. Maybe not for everybody, but if you work slowly with an air hammer, you can work around that resistance weld and pop that remnant of that lip off. And you're not going to get it all off. That's not the plan. You just want to get the majority of it off and out of the way, and you can see what's left. So we're going to come back with a grinding wheel and knock down that weld nugget. that was left from the old resistance weld. And one of the really good benefits of this is now I have a solid surface to make my new panel to without any holes in the back. Now I've already media blasted this and cleaned it up a little bit more with the flap wheel. Now we got a good solid mating surface that we can plug weld onto. And of course we're going to do any mating surfaces, we never leave bare steel. I always want to put some type of primer, preferably something with zinc or an epoxy. And now I'm going to put a couple of small resistance weld tacks onto the leading edge of the wheel well mating surfaces, because we don't want to leave these screws in there, because that's not going to allow us to really move anything if we have to once we're fitting the quarter panels. So if that's not in the correct place, we've got two really light tacks from the resistance welder. Those can be drilled out pretty easily if they need to be. And there they are. Now we can remove those screws. And here we go with the inner quarters. Get those set into place. And so far, the resistance welding is, those 4 tacks are the only thing that's been welded. Everything else is screwed together. We can move it if we need to. A lot of times, nothing goes together really the way it should, so you've always got to mock things up, move them multiple times. This will allow us to do that. Let's check out what we've done so far. Got a nice parallel gap, and the quarter panel is going to lap over that, so we still have room. And be sure to stay tuned for the next video. We're going to be mocking up the quarter panels, putting on the deck lid, finishing out this rear. Then we'll be disassembling, welding, and getting this thing back on the road. Hit that like and subscribe, and as always, thank you for watching.